Hello and namaste. I'm Alpa. I'm a certified yoga therapist and I'm bringing you this class on behalf of Orlando Healthy Youth Cancer Center. Just today, we're going to begin our practice on our feet. So let's go ahead and come to the center of our mat and center of our mat, or if you have a setup like mine, a blanket and a towel, it works. Like we say in yoga, all you need is a willing and able body and the mind. So let's come to that willing and able body and mind. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to get started with meditation on our feet this time. Arms right next to your hips, rounding our shoulders back and down. And as always, we're going to scan our body. But this time standing tall on our feet. Just rock forward and backward just a little bit. And find your center, find your balance, find your Tadasana, the standing asana. Rounding our shoulders back and down. And let's close our eyes. Softening at the palate. Soften your palms. Find softness in our shoulders. Find softness in our knees. Softness in our hips if we're just, putting all our weight on our low back. Tuck that navel in and up. Now you notice your stance. Staying right there as you are. We're going to bring our awareness on the soles of our feet. Just notice the soles of your feet touching the ground. Notice the ankles, shins and calves, knees, thighs, and the hips. Notice the low back, upper back, chest, shoulders and the neck. Noticing the throat, the mouth, jaw, the eyes, point behind the eyes. Noticing the physical structure, our physical body. How does it feel today? Scanning from top of the head to the toes. Toes to the top of the head. Noticing how it feels. Coming to the breath. Let's notice our breath. How does the breath feel today? Is it shallow? Is it fast? Is it constricted? Is your breath stressed? Or is it relaxed? Or are you just trying to wake up? Noticing the mental body, awareness in our thoughts, wavering mind. How our thoughts have been since last week, with ever-changing environment around us. How are our thoughts? The wisdom body, is your wisdom body with you at these times? Is it helping you guide your thinking, guide your physical motion? Is our wisdom body aware of the constriction of the breath, the rapid breath? Are you able to settle yourself down? Are you able to bring pure bliss, joy in our lives on purpose? Inhaling, arms over the head. Exhaling, arms out to the side. So I'll be bringing in components of some of the joint movements. So again, feet are hip width apart, arms out to the side, and just lifting our arms over the head, out to the side, and gently folding forward. Coming halfway up, look up, fold forward. Notice how this feels. Shaking our head into yes, shaking our head into no, bringing our arms all the way in line with the ears and gently lift up. Drop your arms back, slight back bend, lift up from the chest, soften from the low back. Let the back bend come from the chest region, out to the side, floating forward, lifting up from the hips, fold forward with the neck. Shaking our head into yes, all the possibilities, shaking out the negativity, shaking it no. Gently lifting halfway up and fold forward. Arms in line with the ears, lift up. Back bend here, you can gently face your palms towards the back, look up. Gently drop your shoulders back, look up, back bend, arms out to the side, and floating forward, lifting from the hips. Chin to chest. Notice how this feels in your low back. Notice how this feels in your knees. Halfway up, fold. Arms next to the ears, lift up, back bend. As we come closer to our 40s and over, first things that are being affected, arms out to the side, fold forward, are the knees and the low back. Fold forward, arms come halfway up, over the head, look back. Doing gentle classes like this, they're particularly put together. Arms out to the side, fold forward. For those that have been suffering from various ailments, our knees, our joints, shaking our head into yes and shaking our head into no. Our low backs coming halfway up. Fold forward, arms next to the ears, look up, back bend. Arms out to the side and fold. So our joints, our tissues, our ligaments really take a hit from habits in our lives, right? So inhale, bringing our hands to the hips. We're going to go into gentle hip circles. So as we get into our 40s and 50, I turned 50 about a year ago, and as we get into our 40s and 50, if we don't take our inner health seriously and our physical health, our joints seriously, slowly the body will start deteriorating, and it will have an impact in the rest of our lives. So we need to take personal interest in not just physical body, but also our mental body, also our breathing body. Forward, and let's come to the opposite side. So I do pay a lot of attention to breath and meditation, as we hardly want to slow down, can't slow down, or hardly have the desire to slow down. So our racing mind leads to racing heart. A racing mind leads to not paying attention to where we're going, and leads to a lot of different issues. And bringing our arms over the head, and just gentle movements. We're going to move all our joints, get that synovial fluid going, opening up all the lymph ducts from the neck, underarms, belly, inner groin, and the thighs. Okay? So floating chair, arms over the head. And gently when we go into chair, a lot of times we have a habit of moving forward like so, but you want to move like this, as if you're pushing back with the hips and then sitting down, and then bringing our arms over the head. So let's go. Inhale, we're going to gently push back with the hips, sit in our chair. Sit in your chair. I know this might be tough for a lot of people, as we may have some knee issues. You can have a chair behind your hips to be safe, and then you can get up and sit, but not all the way. Arms go over the head, out to the side, hands on the knees, and push back and sit halfway or just a little bit, and then fold, and let's just do some knee circles. But you're bent at the knees, okay? Knee circles. And let's go in the opposite direction. Gentle knee circles. You're also circling your ankles, circling the knees, and arms go over the head. Out to the side. Again, push back, knees bent, and knee circles. One direction, just about 3, 4, and 5. And 5 in the opposite direction. And 5. And arms over the head. Hands at heart center. Shake it out. And now we'll go into flowing chair. Chair to folding forward. Just like we did before, we're just adding an element of chair in there. And then after chair, we'll go into downward dog. Folding at our knees. We're going to push our hips back. Folding at our knees. Arms go over the head. Push back. Stay right here. You can bring a little bit of movement. Arms out to the side. Arms forward. Arms over the head. Out to the side. And forward. And come up. Out to the side. Float forward. Lift from the hips. Float forward. Shake it out. Yes. Shake it out. No. Halfway up. Fold forward. Halfway up. And arms go over the head. Hands at heart center. Push back with the hips. Drop your hips down into chair. You can be here. You can be here. Or you can bring your arms over the head. And let's bring a little bit of movement out to the side, forward, over the head, out to the side, forward, over the head, out to the side, almost there, forward, over the head, straighten your legs, and let's fold forward. Give a little break to the backs of the knees, backs of the thighs. Inhale into the abdomen, shake out your head, yes. Shake it out, no. Breathing into the abdominal region, into our low back. And come up, arms over the head, hands at heart center. Are we feeling warm? It's our lymphatic system flowing throughout our body, bringing element of warmth and heat through moving the lymph. Shake it out. This time we'll bring our legs out to the side just a little bit more. So instead of a chair, it'll look a little bit like a squat. But we're going to open up our inner thigh region. Our low back expands a little bit. Inhale. We're going to push back with the hips and sit down a little bit more. Arms over the head, hands at heart center. So it's a chair, but it's a little bit more like a squat, okay? Inhale, stay here. Arms out to the side, over the head, hands at heart center. Again, push back, out to the side. You don't want to sit on your knees, you know, sit on your hips and your ankles. Out to the side, over the head, hands at heart center. Lift up and fold. Focus your awareness on low back, soften the knees, shake out your head, yes. Massage that thyroid gland. Shake out your head, yes, and shake out your head, no. Fold forward. Gently lift up, hands at heart center. Again, one more time, push back into wide-legged chair. A squat, hands at heart center. Stay right here. Arms out to the side, over the head, hands at heart center. Last week's session, we predominantly did laying on the floor. This week's session, we're going to predominantly do on our feet. Arms over the head, hands at heart center, and shake it up. Great. opening up the inner groin and thighs muscle a little bit more. Legs out to the side, just a little bit more. I think I've gone too far. Right here, hands at heart center. Let's go, belly tucks in. Push back with the hips, hands at heart center. Over the head, hands at heart center. Go down a little more, over the head. Hands at heart center, go down a little more. Hands at heart center. Lift up, hands at heart center. Over the head, and let's come back. Fold forward. Notice the difference each time you fold forward. Shake out your head yes, shake out your head no. Fold forward. And slowly lift up, arms go over the head, hands at heart center, shake it out. Great. We're gonna bring our right knee up, so press down at the left leg and grab a hold of the right leg. And we're just gonna go from side to side. I just want you to move that big hip muscle first before we go into all the warriors and the tree and the eagle, all kinds of postures. But let's not be so focused on the posture. Let's focus on the movement and what's happening in our hips and thighs, what's happening in our joints. How is the lymph moving? Are we relaxed yet moving? Are we mindful yet moving? So paying attention to all those little things. So again, bringing our knee up. This time, press down at the left leg, at the foot. Find the rooting on the ground. Lift up. Bring your foot to the inner thigh. If this is too much for you, you can bring your foot right here. And hands at the hips. You can be right next to a wall, or you can be right here. Okay, so these are your three options. Here or here on both sides. Bring your hands at heart center, or you can bring your arms over the head. Inhale, and arms go over the head. Leg out to the side. Deep breath in and out. Shoulders down and away from the ears, okay? Deep breath in. Stay as long as you'd like, as long as you can. If you fall, come back up. Deep breath in. Press down at the foot to root yourself. Arms go over the head. You can bring your arms out to the side, to the hips. Keep floating with the arms. It helps you balance, actually. And lift up, out to the side, at the hips, and release. And shake it out. Circle at the knee, circle at the ankle. Shake it out. Before you go into putting all that weight on one foot, it's really important to shake it out, okay? Right foot down. Bring your left foot. Lift it up. I'm here, but remember, right next to the ankle. You can be here below the knee. You never want to be right here at the knee joint. It can have an adverse effect, okay? So either below the knee, your heel should be right below the knee, or your foot should be right above the knee, okay? Deep breath in. Hands can be here. Hands can be at heart center. You can do this with a chair in front of you. Or hands can go outside, out to the side. I don't like to normally lift the arms all the way up and have the upper chest and upper body completely lifted, as this is really about rooting through the toes, softening at our ankles, and relaxing the upper body. You certainly can do that if you'd like. The goal of this posture, goal of this particular type of yoga, is to really bringing healing through mindfulness and gentle movement, calming our parasympathetic, activating our parasympathetic nervous system, calming the sympathetic response, the constantly hyper response of our body, being hyper in our talk and walk and our thinking. It's creating a havoc in just not ourselves, but everybody around us, right? Arms over the head, hands at heart center. Bring it to the hips. out to the side. Keep rooting through the toes. Out to the side, over the head, hands at heart center, and drop it, shake it up. Shake out your toes, shake out your knees. This can be a lot on those small ankles, small joints. So you want to make sure that you want to shake it up. Great, deep breath in. Hands at heart center. So we're going to go into what we call an eagle pose. Great for your shoulders, great for your knee joints, hip joints. There's a lot of constriction that we bring. Through the constriction, we're massaging all our inner organs. We're stretching the ligaments and joints that you didn't know you had, okay? So arms out to the side. We're going to bring the right elbow inside the left and palm to palm together. So normally, if this is too much for you, if your palms don't come together, bring back to the palms. If your elbows don't come on top of each other, be gentle with yourself. Just be here. Just do as much as you can, okay? Or you're here. Deep breath in. Right foot lifts up. And bring it outside the left foot. And this is just good enough. Normally, we're all wrapped up in ourselves. But today, this feels good to me. This is where I'm going to be. Where are you going to be? Inhale. Exhale. Find your balance. Root through that standing foot. The toes that are on the floor. Soften the shoulders down and away from the ears. The more you work on your shoulders and your neck region, your chest region, your lungs will expand. You will release so much stress from your shoulders and the neck region, which actually carries all the way down. Arms out to the side and down. Let's bring the opposite foot, your left elbow inside the right. Inhale, we're right here. Deep breath in. So much of yoga is geared towards under 40. And I say that us over 40s, we're the underserved community in yoga. And there's so much pressure in yoga to be thin and to be flexible. But yoga is an inside-out approach. Inhale into your shoulder blades. Bring your shoulders apart. Keep your right foot rooted onto the floor. Find balance. So yoga therapy was founded to serve the over 40 community. Or not just over 40, those that have been dealing with many ailments and may not be able to go to the gym and do regular yoga. Arms over the head, hands at heart center. Shake it out. I have been getting messages about what's the difference between yoga and yoga therapy. Arms out to the side. And we're going to bring the right palm to the left toe. Look up. And come back to the center. And look up. Come back to the center. And look up. Back to the center. We'll do this 3 more times. Look up. Bringing a gentle twist out to the side. And look up. Beautiful over our body stretch. And we're so moving gently and slowly. We're focusing our awareness on the movement and the breath. Notice how your body moves. Notice how your body feels and looks. And yoga is an inside-out approach, not an outside-in. Coming back. Hands at heart center. So those of you that have messaged me and said, what is yoga therapy? Heels in, toes out. We're going to go into nice squat. Hands at heart center. Push back. Hands at heart center. Great. So yoga therapy was founded for those underserved, those dealing with many ailments. And yoga is therapeutic. But there are a lot of postures and a lot of breathing exercises, meditations that don't work for everybody. when we're dealing with severe back pain, severe knee pain, you probably wouldn't be able to do this. Or when you've gone through so much chemotherapy or onset of any disease, there are certain meditations you just don't want to do. It's hard to keep your eyes closed with PTSD. So to serve people individually, yoga therapy is mostly individual approach. Arms out to the side, over the head, hands at heart center, stay right here. So yoga therapy is offered individually. As a person comes in front of you, there's specific postures, meditations, and breathing exercises. Arms over the head and fold forward. So they're put together mindfully to meet that one person's need. Inhale, fold forward. But these classes are amazing for you as well. Arms over the forehead, hands at heart center. So don't limit yourself. You can go to any gym. You can do any of the classes that we're providing on this website and just follow your body's cue. What's your body telling you? We'll go into the warrior sequence, one of my favorites. So we did the entire sequence on the floor last week. You can still do that and keep your mind focused, keep your mind calm, keep your breath fluidly flowing. You can still do an entire session on the mat, on your feet, and still be calm, still move flawlessly, and still be mindful in your breath, and still bring that therapeutic response in your body. Legs out to the side. Hopefully you have a more grip on your mat. This is a little soft. Bringing our right knee, bending our right knee, arms out to the side. So stay right here. Inhale. Look over to your right side as your arms are right to the side, and then maybe you can just turn your neck over to the left. I always like to move my gaze, always like to keep the neck moving, because we don't pay too much attention to the neck region. Remember what lives inside the neck? It's our thyroid gland. It's the space for our inner expression, outer expression, our vocal cords. And look to the side, arm over the head. I deal with a lot of silent acidity, where when I lay down, the acid comes up in my throat. But when I actually practice meditation, yoga, before going to sleep, I do some of the neck movements, gentle forward folds, and just gentle breathing. It calms the acid down. Inhale, knee, hand to the knee, arm over the head. But it's not one size fit all. Yoga is not a one size fit all approach. Drop the right palm and look up. Gaze up, bring your gaze all the way up, and full circles with your arm. Look up, straighten your front leg, deep breath in, full triangle, and arms out to the side. Great. Inhale, hands at heart center. Switch to the other side. Deep breath in, arms out to the side, bend that knee. Deep breath in. Either look forward or look towards that left hand. And let's move that neck. When you move the neck, remember the point of focus. I keep my focus on my middle finger. Middle finger to middle finger. Keep the neck moving. I would do a few neck circles a day, but mindful and slow. You don't want to go crazy here. Just few neck circles, few times neck side to side, then one ear to the other. Drop your palm, lift, deep breath in, and out. Deep breath in, and out. Elbow to the knee, lift the back arm all the way up. Inhale, exhale, and drop the bottom palm. If this is accessible for you, or just keep the hand on the knee. Inhale, grip the back of the mat with the outer edge of the back foot. Straighten the front leg, deep breath in, and out. Inhale. And exhale. And gently bring both your arms out to the side, hands up and hands at heart center. Great, let's shake it out. We're almost done. Bring your hands on the hips and drop your knees down. Feet fall flat, hands on the knee. Deep breath in. Let's just come to our breath. Notice what's happened with the movement. Notice how your breath has changed. Notice a change in energy. That moving, the flow of lymphatic fluid. We've opened up all the lymphatic ducts. We've massaged many, many, many joints. All the way from toes to the shoulders, to the hips and the knees, and the ankles. Even the elbows, all those flowing arm movements. Deep breath in, interlacing our fingers and stretch. Shoulder blades come apart, chin to chest, open up, tuck the navel in, open the entire spine, lift up. Deep breath in, lift up, all the way. Hands behind the neck, chin to chest. Let's go one more time. This time, interlace your fingers, but bring the opposite finger forward and notice the difference. Interlace, lift, deep breath in, lift up, and interlace your fingers and tuck your navel, tuck your sternum, push forward, open the entire spine, and lift up. Drop the right palm to the back, left hand to the front. A nice gentle twist here. Twists are amazing to massage the internal organs. Many, many, many organs that help us function and help us stay healthy. So go into this beautiful twist. Back hand is right next to the back foot. Right palm is right next to the right knee. Left palm. Deep breath in. Arms over the head and to the opposite side. Inhale and exhale. Just a couple more breaths. We're almost done here. Deep breath in and out. We're calming that energy. We're calming that heart rate. Even though we did a gentle yoga class, we can still raise our heart rate quite a bit. All right. Great, coming back to the center, and we're gonna swing our feet forward and go straight down onto the mat. Grab a hold of your knees right below your hips and go all the way back. Deep breath in and out, knees to chest. Inhale, stay right here. And let's just do a couple of circles with the knees. Like I said, as we turn 40, and 50, I've just turned 51, and as we go and as we get older, our ankles, our knees, and our low back really start to speak with us. It's very important. Let's go in the opposite direction. To do these gentle movements like I did, hip circles, knee circles, then just laying down, doing these circles for our back, our ankles, moving our head in different direction, and even the shoulder region. So moving all those big joints, very important for longevity and our inner health. Deep breath in, arms out to the side, and just go side to side, side to side. So remember, everything affects how we look on the outside, right? If we're stressed out, you're gonna see the eyes around your mouth, the lines around your mouth, lines around your eyes. they start tightening. You can see when we're angry, we look at the world with stress. Actually, our vision gets affected. Our skin gets affected with the lack of breath. We need oxygen. Elasticity is not only just about, getting facials done, getting the blood flow moving. That's really important. But oxygenating the entire system is really good for our body. And let's gently stop the movement, straighten your legs, and lay down into Shavasana. Hands right next to the hips, bringing our body into complete stillness. Here, I invite you to completely relax the lower body to the mat, the mid body to the mat, the top body to the mat. All the bones collapse to the mat. All the joints now completely relaxed. All the muscles completely relaxed to the mat. Stay right there. Keep your eyes closed and completely relax. Relaxing the toes, relaxing the ankles, relaxing the knees and the thighs. Stay where you are, laying down. Relaxing the low back, the chest. Notice the breath. Notice how the lungs are. Relax the thighs. Notice how the hips are. Notice the low back. Relax the arms, the palms, coming to the shoulders. Notice the shoulders. Relaxing the neck, top of the head. Notice how this feels. Gently relax the entire body, the mouth and the jaw. Stay there as long as you like. Just stay laying down. When you completely feel like you want to sit up, then bend your knees. Whenever you're ready, remember these instructions. Bend your knees, wiggle your fingers and your toes, and roll your knees from side to side like we did before we laid down. Whenever you decide to come up, roll your knees side to side, roll over to the right, and slowly come all the way up. Sitting down, roll up into seated posture. Let's bring our hands on our knees. And a little bit of deep breathing, expanding our diaphragm. Soften the upper chest. Soften the lungs. Inhale into the belly. Expand the belly. And release. Inhale. Expand the belly. And tuck the navel in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands at heart center, honoring that energy, the calmness, the peace we feel inside us. Namaste.